Hi friends, Tracy.bish here, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. Welcome to my channel. I'm super excited to share with you today that I'm taking part in a global monthly video hop for March. This month's theme is Easter, and I'm super excited to share the project that I have for you today. Now, we are demonstrators from around the world. We get together every single month with a new theme, and it is a video hop. So you can find all the links in the description of this video. Please go and check everyone's links out and see what everyone's creating with the theme of Easter. Let me show you what we are doing right now. It is so cute. Look at this. Humpty Dumpty is sitting on a wall, and not only is Humpty Dumpty sitting on a wall, but there's Easter eggs inside the wall as well. So a really cute, easy project. It uses minimal supplies and is a really simple project to create. Let's get started. Okay friends, here is my little Easter project. How cute is it? Humpty Dumpty sitting on the wall. So brilliant. I love it. I love how it's turned out. So not only does Humpty Dumpty sit on the wall, when you take the lid off the box, there's little mini eggs inside as well. So who wouldn't love this as an Easter treat? You could fit a lot more eggs in there if you'd like, but yeah. You could also fit different goodies inside, so you're not limited just to eggs. Now this box measures 4 1/8 by 2 1/8, and it's 1.5 inches high. If that helps you out, maybe if you're putting something else inside. I'm using the Petal Park stamp set and punch, the coordinating punch. The inks are Granny Apple Green, Melon Mumbo, Balmy Blue, and Crumb Cake. And then for our supplies, I'm using the Exposed Brick 3D embossing folder. And for our supplies, we have Balmy Blue, Granny Apple Green, Melon Mumbo, and Crumb Cake cardstock. Now, the three colours, Balmy Blue, Granny Apple Green, and Melon Mumbo, are just scraps. But for our box here, we have the lid measures 4 by 6, the base measures 6 15/16 by 4 15/16. Now don't worry about the measurements because they are over on my blog that is linked in the description of this video. You can go over and get those measurements, and the score lines are over there as well, so don't fret too much. It's all there for you. So I'm going to run the Exposed Brick embossing folder through the die cut machine. Now this is the lid piece, so 4 by 6 inches, and it doesn't quite fit all the way in, so we're going to run it through twice just to make sure we get that very edge. You know, you want it to all look right. And I've used my blending brushes and the Crumb Cake ink to add a little bit of colour to the edge of the brick wall. Now you could go maybe a little bit darker if you wanted it a little bit darker than Crumb Cake, maybe use Early Espresso or Pecan Pie. Pecan Pie would also look awesome. But the 3D embossing folder has so much definition in the cardstock. It looks so good. Now for this project, I'm only embossing the lid. For my sample, I actually embossed both the lid and the base of the box. And what I found was because it's such a textured embossing folder, it took away some of the stability of the box. So because we're putting quite a few of those little eggs in the bottom, I have decided to not emboss the base of the box. So, but you can choose either way you want to go. This is the lid, so 4 by 6 inches. We're going to score on all 4 sides at 1 inch. And then for our base, which is 6 15/16, so it's just that one little dash before the 7 inches, by 4 15/16, so one little dash before the 5 inches, we're going to score that at 1.5 on all 4 sides. Now because this is embossed, you're going to have to make sure that it's very well scored, so you have your score lines in the right spot. Very easy once it's embossed to go off on a tangent and not have it actually in the right areas. So this one is the base, 1.5 on all 4 sides. Now with the lid, I did use I think it was the Stylish Shape Circle dies, so the circle die in the stylish shaped. You could use any circle die that will fit your little Humpty Dumpty egg, or maybe you have a retired circle punch that will work as well. So use what you have in your stash. We have plenty of circles in different packs, different die sets, different punches. So use what you have in your stash. So I've just burnished on all those 4 score lines on both the top and the bottom. Here we're going to add that little die cut in the center. So stylish shaped dies, there we have it. The smallest of the circles, and we're going to just quickly die cut that out. Now this will take a little bit of the embossing away, so you can do this before you emboss the lid. To me, it doesn't make too much of a difference because it's a 3D embossing folder. It really doesn't take away much of that texture, and I'm fine with that. Okay, so for our lid, we're just going to make our box really quickly here. We're going to cut up to that 1-inch score line, and on each of those little tabs we're also going to notch out with just a slight slither. That will help to put the box together. So with boxes, it's always good if you're doing on one side, you do the same on the opposite side. So that's all we're doing, is we're going up to that 1-inch mark and miter scoring on both sides of that little tab, that little square tab. And you really don't want to touch anything to do with the sides, because that's the sides of the box, and it won't go together well. I missed one of those tabs, so I'll come back and do that. We're also going to do that with the base of the box. So just come in, cut up to that 1.5-inch score line, and then miter cut on each of the 4 sides. So this is a blog hop with the Global Monthly Video Hop group. Our theme this month is Easter, so there's going to be lots and lots of really great inspiration this month from the team. So in the description of this video, you will see all the links to everyone that is joining in this month. If you head over to my blog, you can also see that. Now with this one, what I've done is I've cut up to the score line, miter cut, and then I've just turned it 90 degrees, and then we've done the same to the next one. As you can see, we've kept it going in the same direction, and that will help to not create so much bulk on the inside of your box. Or you can do it just the same as we have with the lid, completely up to you. Because it's a little bit thicker of the band, I've gone that way. So we're going to use tear and tape to pop down on each of those little tabs. You could use liquid glue, Seal Plus, whatever is your favorite adhesive, you could pop that down. Yeah, so all the links are in the description of this video. Please go over and check them out. If you haven't hit subscribe and you enjoyed their video, hit subscribe on them. And if you're here visiting from a fellow Global Monthly friend and you've enjoyed this video, I would love it if you hit the subscribe as well. While you're at it, please give me a thumbs up, and if you like the project, let me know in the comments section. That would be fantastic. Also, all the products that I've used on today's card can be purchased in my online store. So if you're after any of those products and you live in Australia, you can certainly use the link in the description of this video to purchase your Stampin' Up supplies. I have a great program for all my customers each month that purchase with me. They will receive a handmade card as well as the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle for the month. So you're getting 12 wonderful cards using the same suite in the catalogue. So great ideas and amazing tutorial bundle. Now if you're spending $65 in product before shipping, I'll also pop in the monthly tutorial bundle, which usually has between 40 and 55 tutorials in that bundle, so lots of inspiration there as well. So we've just adhered each of the sides together. Coming in with my crumb cake ink and the good old blending brushes. These are such good tools, and I'm just creating a little bit of sponging on the edges just to give it a little bit of character. You know, he's sitting on the wall, he's not sitting on a clean clean box. Anyway, and it just makes it look good. Now the ink gets in between the texture of the embossing folder, so it really does give it a really great effect. And there's our box ready to go. So let's start decorating. For the decorating, we are using that Petal Park stamp set. We're going to stamp a few of the flowers. Now what's really great is these flowers are stamped in groups of 3, and you can punch them straight out in that group. So I love this idea. One thing I do want to note for you, because we are using the little leaf stamp there as well, is before you stamp, you want to look at the back of your punch and just realign it so you're stamping down where it's going to make it easy to come in and punch. So we're going to come in that way and punch. So we want to make sure that that little flower is at the top, and it's just going to make it so much easier when you're punching. You're not going to be, you know, wasting cardstock. So that's a big tip when you're using punches. So I'm just going to stamp a few. I am using on my box there 2 of the Melon Mumbos, so a large and a small. I'm using my trusty stamp scrubber here. This is an amazing tool in the catalogue. It cleans, it conditions your stamp when you're using the Stamp and Mist. So one side of it has a dry side, one side has a wet side. So you spray your mist on the wet side. It has little raindrops on the side. And then you can move it over to, once you've cleaned it on that wet side, move it over to the dry side and dry it. Stamping mist actually conditions your stamps as well, so it's going to keep them nice and moist where, you know, they're conditioned, so they're going to last a lot longer. Okay, also looking at the leaf, we're going to make sure that we're going to be able to punch that without wasting too much cardstock. So you're going to stamp it on an angle with the Granny Apple Green ink. Just another little tip when you're using your punches. Okay, so what I really love about punch bundles is they make light work when you're creating. So it's very quick to be able to punch rather than run through a die cut machine. So, you know, that ease is always good. And I love it when Stampin' Up! Bring out punches that have multiple images on them. So it's not just the one image. You've got 4 images right there ready to go. Now if you want to use all 3 and you're maybe using the same color, you can actually line up. So punch out the that punch onto a piece of paper. Then you can line your stamps into that piece of paper and then pick all your stamps up together, and you've created that design. So once you've stamped them all, you can punch them all out together as well. So, and that's an even better way of saving your cardstock. With the Balmy Blue, we have 1 large and 2 of the smallest flowers, and we're also using 4 of our little leaves there in the Granny Apple Green. You could, you know, change it around any way you like. It's completely up to you. But the little use of the leaves and the flowers here is really, really cute. I've also brought in a few little basic rhinestones for the centers of the flowers, and, you know, that just gives it that little bit of sparkle in the flowers as well. So I've got my mat here. This is just the piercing mat. I'm going to bring in, you can use a lot of different things, whether it be a stylus tool. You could also use your Take My Pick tool to give it that little bit of a dimension and 3D effect. I'm using some mini glue dots to adhere these down to my box. I think it helps add a little bit of dimension behind it. They've got a little bit of, especially if you roll your your mini glue dot a little bit, it will give it that little bit of lift as well. So how cute are these little Humpty Dumpty Cadbury Dairy Milk eggs? They've got little Smarties inside them. Been around since I was a kid, so although they were a lot bigger than these little ones. But I love that, you know, you can create something so cute like this, you know, for lots of different kids. I think they were about $2 for the Humpty Dumpty, and, you know, you can get bags of eggs for quite inexpensive as well. So I'm just adding these to my tape of mini glue dots, And as I'm popping them down, I'm just going to squish them so they still have that little bit of dimension. I'm also going to add one down with a dimensional, just so one sort of popped up a little bit more than the others. But you can put all of them with dimensionals if you like. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this little tutorial of the Humpty Dumpty box. So cute, such a great little idea. Very easy to create as well, so you could make plenty of these with very minimal supplies. If you don't have that stamp set that I've used, I'm sure you've got plenty of little flower stamps in your stash. Use whatever you have, you know. You might not have the exposed brick embossing folder either, but that's fine. Yeah, so there is going to be lots of inspiration with this month's Easter theme for the Global Monthly Video Hop, so I really hope that you'll go over and check out what everyone is creating. Please leave them a comment, and if you've enjoyed their video, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. It's always so fun to see what everyone's creating. I love doing blog hops and sharing ideas with different people that don't just follow me. You know, we'll have people coming and watching this video that follow one of my friends that's in the Global Monthly, and you know, they'll come and see something a little bit different because we all have different styles. So I love that I can share my creativity and inspire you all as well. So I've just added that one little flower to the top of the box just to sort of tie it all in together, and so he's not just sitting on top of the box by himself. You know, you want to, so he's nice and not just out there by himself. Anyway, and like I said, we've got some little rhinestone basic gems just to put inside each of the little flowers. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this box. I hope that you'll enjoy all the other ideas that everyone will have for Easter. There's still plenty of time to get in and create these, and I love that, you know, I haven't used anything Easter themed, so you could use what you have in your stash for this. You know, so simple. Some flower stamps, an embossing folder, so easy. Yeah, so we'll be back next month with another theme, so hopefully you can come back for that. I have lots of videos coming out this month, so please hit that subscribe button, click that bell to be notified when I have a video coming out. And if you're after any of the supplies that I've used on today's project, you can certainly purchase them in my online store if you live in Australia, or with another demonstrator in the Global Monthly Video Hop group. Okay everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I really can't thank you enough for being here and for watching till the end. It's always a pleasure to have you here, and I look forward to having another video out for you really soon. Alright everyone, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.